Okay, hello everybody. This is Adrie, and it's time to play some more Genshin Impact. So, not sure how long I'll be streaming today, so go ahead and get started. I'm not gonna do any dailies, I'm just gonna head straight into the story, because I'm almost caught up before Fontaine. Not completely, but I'm almost there, guys. I can make it. I can get there. I know I can. So, where is that? Oh, I get a key. Let's go ahead and grab that for later. Let's see. I have the Interlude Chapter 3. Or wait, no. Interlude Chapter Act 3 in version of Genesis. The Nightbird falls at the curtain's call. So we're gonna go talk to Nahida about our sibling. And maybe we'll learn something. I don't know. That would be kind of nice. Let's go. So let's see. Let's see if they have Nikita has any more information on Aether. I don't know. I shouldn't have told this before now, but maybe she's done some investigating and she's found out. But let's go. Oh, hey, straight into the cutscene. Sweet.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Ooh, boring. Essays are very boring. Hate writing them.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Uh, Tatara Suna mystery. I feel like I've heard Tatara Suna somewhere in this game. Maybe I'm full of crap, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
Ooh, a mystery. Mystery. But like for real though, this line, this is my teacher's area of research, is probably like every graduate student and every PhD student. Like, whoa. Like you go try to get into a master's or a PhD program. You don't really get to pick what research you do. You do kind of. But it's not like you're coming up with the project. You get to look at the teachers and see what are they looking at. And then you get to pick who you potentially would like to work with. And if they like you, maybe you'll get to help them with their research. And maybe your name will be in the credits somewhat, but yeah. Woe, woe to the poor masters and PhD students. Woe to them.
I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Okay, guys, so we got a mystery we're going to solve today. That is not the mystery of Aether. Everything but figuring out what's going on with Aether. That's how this game works. We go down so many rabbit holes, so many strings, when the main thing is just find where the fuck Aether is. We will never know. We will never know.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my
Whatever.
advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Hmm. That is also very true. Like, people don't care about facts. They don't want the truth. They want a drama. That's why but they do like their drama to be rooted in a kernel, a teeny tiny kernel of truth. Which is why you see all these horror movies and it's like based on true facts. Look at us. We're so great. We're telling a true story. Ghosts are real. And then you go look into it and it's like, oh, yeah, okay. Like the family had some weird stuff going on. The house had some weird stuff going on. But it's like, the door opened by itself. They didn't actually see a ghost. So, yeah. Or like, serial killer dramas are, pretty popular on Netflix at the moment. We got You, has a lot of seasons, and then we have the Dahmer thing going on. So yeah, people like drama. People love drama. It's their life force. It's their lifeblood.
Okay, but...
Yeah. Argue.
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma.
Yes, it is. Which was probably mentioned a very long time ago, and I don't remember what it was in relation to.
Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that?
A little bit.
Everyone here
Teeny
seems
tiny
to be
bit.
going about their business. Maybe it really is just
Oh.
Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Now they are. They weren't exactly allowed to dance previously. Still, let's go listen in. Let's go creep on some people and listen to their conversation, even though we're not a part of it. The definition of being creepers, man. Whatever.
Right, let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
Somehow connected to the Balladeer is my assumption. Yay! So officially start the quest. And I'm pretty sure the quest said to find Nahida. This is very much not finding Nahida. So,
Alright,
whatevers,
let's start
guys.
with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft.
Mm.
I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of
Kabuki
this
Mono.
video.
Huh. Kabuki as in like Japanese kabuki? And then like mono is like clothing? So kabuki clothing? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm full of crap.
If only we knew where to find that traveler.
Well.
From what they say about her, it seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Well, you have summoned me. You said my name and I came. Looking for me? You're looking for the traveler. That's me.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
I have the white floating fairy beside me. Why are you questioning this? I'm famous. I have a very, very distinct character design. I do stand out.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma.
Ah, okay. Yep. Makes sense. The garb makes sense.
This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I
Our
couldn't
silver
believe my luck,
fairy.
And out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
It's fine.
So what? For the love.
Whatever.
Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking.
Oh, at least you're honest. Yeah. Oh man, researchers and engineers. Those social skills, man. Oh, pretty bad.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
No?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Yes, we were kind of creeping on you a little bit.
Ah, I see.
Sorry, I can't help this time. Oops.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
I mean, maybe we could just go ask A, the Archon. Surely she knows. I mean, I know she's not exactly friendly to everyone else, but she'd probably tell us.
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Oh, really?
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Okay, how dry is it, guys? Is it a fun and interesting history book, or is it a boring and dry history book?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Okay. I never thought I would say this, but an essay sounds much better.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade.
Okay.
But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well,
Oh,
no one knows. Apart from the sword maker, his
okay.
servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Okay, so it is related to dress in some shape or form. Kabuki mono.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
Is the balladeer going to be the kabuki mono?
So first
Mm.
this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Loving the enthusiasm from this guy. So how did you get lucky, sir?
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out.
Clearly it's
so
important.
happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Okay, so there's some basis to the story. At least you know the players are real.
Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Could it be?
Wait, so there are two missing people in the story now?
Yes, two.
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Yes, actually. We just, discussed two of them last time I streamed. We were doing Kazuha's quest. Oh yeah, I had to do Kazuha's quest to unlock this one. So this is why. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
I hope like Kazuha actually like pops up in it, because if they locked this one behind that one just for this mention here, that's gonna be kind of lame.
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the
Okay.
largest practitioners of Eastern
Hey,
art.
hey, Derry, back soon. Okay.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
Captions? Oh, do I actually have captions working? I set it up, but I didn't actually know if they worked or not. Oh, okay, now I go for a short while. Okay. Thank you for stopping and lurking. Appreciate it. The Kaidahara clan.
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown.
Oh,
Maybe
blown?
You won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in
Mm.
all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Oh, I wonder who it could be. I wonder who it could be. No, it couldn't be the balladeer who was on the like the pictures all over the internet. No. No. This wasn't obvious.
A puppet?
Yeah. There's only one puppet that's sentient, and that's the balladeer. And guess where he happens to be, guys? He just so happens to be here in Sumeru. The Shogun puppet that the Letro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. No shit. The Kabukimono has to be the balladeer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatarasuna? We did have those memories. Like we saw the Balladier's memories like a teeny tiny bit in the Sumeru quest line of him being in Iazuma and looking like he had a friend and then it looked like someone died and he ran away or something. I'm assuming this is going to be related to that.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Maybe a teeny tiny bit.
Uh,
Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut. Oh, look at Lumine's stare. It's so adorable and really not that threatening.
no. Lyman just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
Probably not a very good lie, but whatever. Ah, sorry, I am wiggling a whole lot. I'm trying to like massage my neck and shoulders as we play because they I don't know why, but they're tight. It kind of hurts.
I agree.
Like
It
brick.
does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about.
Oh.
Please take a look.
Oh gosh, are we gonna get a book, guys? Are we gonna get? Oh god, it's a book. I'm not reading this. Okay, Rookie. Oh no, I'm not reading. Let's see. I'm not reading all this. So it's a novel of fantastical, colorful sensibilities born from imagination, well utilized. Oh, dramatization.
Please read my essay draft as well.
Oh no, guys, I don't want to read it. Author abstract. Oh, you know, I do like this. I'm very entertained by this, by the fact that this is actually looks like a research paper. I've had to write research papers before. They suck. But yeah, and I've had to read lots of research papers before. Still sucks. Slightly better than writing them, but meh. Author, abstract, glossary, introduction, body. Where's the conclusion? Okay, it seems that the rest of this paper remains unfinished. That sounds like a grad student, all right. One thing is for sure, though, a lot of thought was put into it. Not reading all of this.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it.
No, that it won't. It won't. And your teacher would probably be very mad at you. That's not how research papers work. Now, novels. Do whatever the heck you want there, but not in the research papers.
Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
I thought you weren't for the dramatization.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Yep, sounds more like a novel. Has this guy ever written an essay before? Surely he has. He lives in Sumeru. Isn't that like a requirement? Sumeru is you have to be a nerdy scholarly type for the most part. At least he's in the academia uniform, right? So he has to have done an essay before.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get.
Well, not entirely true.
Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Well, we could go ask the Balladeer.
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave you to it.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
All right.
Good luck.
If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
I don't miss writing papers at all in school. I could have gone back for grad school and biomedical engineering, and I didn't. Because I didn't want to do research papers.
What we're talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yep. Yes, it does.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
I mean, we could, but we're not going to probably.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Maybe.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Hmm? Hey, look! Look who it is! Not locked up. What's wrong?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Who could it be? Look, there's the hat.
the balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Oh, clearly he's not locked up. Seems like Nahida was being nice to him, maybe? Do 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 do. Maybe we'll actually get to see Nahida too. Oh, look, it's Nahida. Hey, Nahida, the cutie patootie Hawaii queen.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public.
She's gonna be like, whatever. Ah, welcome back, dearie. Have you finished Baldur's Gate 3 yet? My mom was attempting to make me go drive somewhere. Oh. To which I told her no. Oh. I mean, if you need to go drive your mom somewhere... Is she just gonna get a ride? No, drive her somewhere. So she'll just get a ride from someone else. Drive to pick something up for her. Okay, okay. Have you finished Baldur's Gate 3? Are you even close? I have not really gotten to play it since I streamed it last because a bunch of other stuff going on. So I've made like no progress. But I was driving for 4 hours yesterday and I was at work all day today. Not to mention I hate driving. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot. 4 hours is a lot of driving and then being at work. Ugh. My Baldur's Gate duo is being cringe? What? We recently arrived at the second area. Okay. After 20 hours of game time. Oh, that sounds about right. And now he's been busy. Okay, yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons I didn't want to play it with people. One, I want to romance someone, and that just seems kind of awkward. With someone else playing with me. But also, like, my sister's like, hey, me, you, and Dad should all play Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm like, when do you have time to play games? She has, like, 2 jobs. And I'm like, when do you have time? You never have time. And I'm like, do you really think we're gonna be able to get all 3 of us and get through the game? I'm like, this game is very long. She's like, we won't do all the side quests. We'll just do the main story. And I'm like, that's not fun. So I think I've convinced her to give up on that. I don't know. But, yeah. Yeah, friends being busy is complicated. Oh yeah, we've been doing all the side quests. Yeah, I want to do all the side quests, and the game's really long. I don't see myself playing it twice. I restarted my character to go unlock to go do a Dark Urge character. So the time that I was playing it is I basically caught back up to where I was streaming wise. You broke one of the quests by killing the NPC and she disappeared. And now we can't progress that quest. Oh. Oh, I mean, I like that. I do like that you can kind of do that, but that also kind of sucks.
Did he Sniper! Ah, it's him!
Ah, yes, the Balladeer. I think it was a bug, to be honest. Oh, well, never mind. I was wondering if maybe it was like Skyrim, because in Skyrim you can kill all the NPCs and you kind of just screw yourself over if you kill one that's tied to an important quest line. We couldn't kill her, just knock her out and steal all of her stuff. Oh. Was she a bad NPC, or are you guys being hooligans and robbing people? Well, that was the thing, huh?
Sure enough, you're here.
The Balladeer Scaramouche. I don't know how to say his name correctly.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up?
See, we kind of accidentally got dragged into being villains because my friends crab summon opportunity attack to main NPC. Ah! Oh, that is fantastic. That is hilarious. Oh, bad Krabby. Shoot, yell at the crab. Be like, shame on you, Krabby. That is hilarious. Um, oh my goodness. We've been having a very goofy time. Yeah, I have a feeling that the game, I'm gonna have a lot of, there's gonna be a lot of saving going on. Uh, Goofy things are fun until you accidentally kill someone you didn't mean to. Or to like see the stuff, like on the Dark Urge path, you can, when Gale's arm is like poking through the portal at the very beginning, you can fantasize about ripping it off. And if you select that option, you actually do rip it off. I assume, and you piss him off later. Um, but it was cool to see. But I reloaded. So uh, we just don't save and then dumb stuff happens. Like when I'm a 20 strength build, but I only pass intelligence checks. And I'm cursed to have disadvantage on wisdom saves for the rest of the game. Yeah, I am liking the I don't know. I haven't really played Divinity 1 and 2, so I don't know if they're kind of similar, but I'm liking like the visualization of the dice rolls. I'm finding that very entertaining. Um, so, hi, Ghost Cat. How are you? Thank you for joining my stream. Adrie Theron, Catgirl VTuber. I play Genshin right now, but I dabble in Baldur's Gate a little bit. I think most people in the video game sphere are dabbling in Baldur's Gate 3 because it's such a phenomenon. Oh god, I can't pronounce that correctly. I'm not gonna try saying it again. But such a like it's crazy how good that game is. And yeah, there's bugs, but for the most part, it's like functioning. So yeah. So I get talking about Baldur's Gate and then I get distracted from Genshin. We were ready to go. Got a lot of premium to wait in 4.0 Genshin Impact coming August 16th. I know I'm super excited for Fontaine on the 16th, and that's in like 4 days. Oh my god. But I'm gonna hold on my Primogems and I'm gonna roll on Zhongli. I want Zhongli. He is my favorite, and he has not had a rerun since I've been playing. So I'm going to get him, and he will be mine. And I will use all of my rolls on him. I don't remember how many rolls. I have over 100 rolls, and I should be at like 60 pity, I think, right now. And I should be guaranteed 50-50. So I'm going to get him pretty quickly when his banner pops up, and I will scream and I will giggle, and he will be mine. And then I'll use the rest of my rolls either to get him a weapon or try to get another copy of him. But I don't think I'll have enough to guarantee I get the weapon. So, but yes, I am ready. I'm excited. And very excited to see Zhongli on a banner. Kind of more so than Fontaine, actually, which is kind of bad. But before I won't be streaming Fontaine on the 16th because I still gotta finish this interlude quest, which we'll probably not gonna finish today. Let's just be real honest. And then I want to do Child's character story before I go into Fontaine, because I know he pops up in Fontaine. And then I'll be like, holy shit, Fontaine. So, Divinity 2 didn't have dice rolls. Okay, yeah, I kind of figured it didn't, because it's technically not based on D&D. I figured they added the dice roll specifically because Baldur's Gate 3 is based on the D&D 5e system, so it makes sense. Indy JT, hi, how are you? Busy with IRL stuff, but I hope you have a terrific stream. Streamer luck, manifest, and Fontaine. Oh, I appreciate the luck, and I appreciate you stopping by and lurking. So, yes, very excited for Fontaine. And all of my games are updated in August. August is cursed. I don't know what is wrong with August, but Baldur's Gate 3 dropped in August. Diablo 4 season is still going on. I hate that. I hate Diablo 4 right now. And then Guild Wars 2 has an expansion drop on the 22nd. Fontaine comes out on the 16th. Tower of Fantasy is doing its anniversary event right now. What else do I have that's annoying? Oh yeah, Fall Guys is going to do their Final Fantasy 14 collab on the 22nd also. So I have too many games. Oh, and Palia. Palia came out. So I'm kind of like, fuck. Too many games. Not enough time. August is cursed. I expect November and December to be cursed game-wise, because that's normal. But for whatever reason, August is very cursed for me right now. And I don't have enough time for all these games. Very sad. Very sad. Extremely sad. It will be fine. It will be a-okay.
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
So, but you know what? We're gonna finish this. We're gonna work on this interlude quest. We're probably not gonna finish it today.
It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
So I've been able to avoid most Genshin spoilers. But I do know, like, by the end of this, you get to pick the balladeer's name, and I'm gonna name him Ryu. Indie Fall Guys Final Fantasy collab. Yes, they're specifically having a Final Fantasy 14 collab. They just announced it at FanFest. It's on August 22nd. And Fall Guys will have little skins that you can buy and unlock or something. I've never played Fall Guys before, but I downloaded it to play for the Final Fantasy 14 skins because I'm a Final Fantasy 14 addict. So maybe I'll be hitting you up to play, Indie. And so the first collab is on the Fall Guys side. And then there will be a collab with Fall Guys and Final Fantasy 14. I think they said around October. Me also play Adrie. Do you play Fall Guys? So you're willing to play Fall Guys? Yes, I will. I also have another friend from Final Fantasy 14 that wants to play it because she wants to get the skins too. So I'll probably be hitting up people and being like, hey, let's go play. Dare I have it? I don't play often. I've never played it, but I mean, it's free. And I've seen people play it, and it looks fun with a group. I don't see it being super entertaining just playing with random people, but it does seem like it would be fun with people. But yeah, inside of Final Fantasy 14, there's the Gold Saucer, which is like the casino in the game. And there, they're going to have some kind of Fall Guys collab thing in there. Like, they showed a picture and it looked like a Fall Guys course, but you're moving with your Final Fantasy 14 avatar. So not sure exactly how it's going to work. It could be like theoretically kind of similar to Leap of Faith like they already have, because they do jump and puzzle stuff in there already. But yeah, heck yeah, I just played it with Wuna, Shochi, and Hal the other night. It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. So of games and things to collab with, I feel like Fall Guys is a good one. So it's a hilarious game to stream with a group. Yes. So maybe we will have to stream it sometime after August 22nd. So that's like 2 weeks, 2-ish weeks. So, but yes, I will get the Final Fantasy 14 skins and be like, "Mwahaha! Look at these little potato characters." So, mhm. So I will be hitting people up after August 22nd to play. Okay, I must go now. Have fun with the Genshin. Thank you. Oh no, Derry is trying to catch me. Off the ball. Did not work. You did not catch me, Derry. Ha ha ha. If I'm allowed to come, I'll also be there. Okay. So appreciate. I don't know how many people can play Fall Guys at the same time either. So that's going to be a good question
A deal?
since I've never played it.
You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think
Mm.
Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
At least 2, maybe 20. 20 is a lot. 20 is a lot of people. That can get hectic real fast. Um, yeah, I was just thinking, I think I've seen on Twitter like a full Fall Guys collab, and it was something like 24 at least. So I think you can get a pretty big group to play together, which just seems like kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't play a lot of like PvP-ish oriented games. And I know this isn't really PvP, but I don't play a lot of like co-op games either. But I don't feel like, I can't think of many games that usually have like more than 8 people playing in the same party at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know if like Fortnite has a way where you can like get a bunch of people and just play on the same map in the battle royale together or what. I don't know if this is more normal and I'm just stuck in an MMO gotcha game world, so I have no experience with it.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Ah, the balladeer and his pain in the assness.
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Mm-hmm. I think you can multi-squad on Fortnite. See, and then there's also the creative games. Ah, okay. Yeah, like I don't play. Hey, Chicky, have fun. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Other than that, I'm not sure. Yeah, like I don't play Valorant um or Overwatch. You know Overwatch is now limited to like 5 people. I do somewhat keep up with drama. But some of these battle royales like Fortnite, Warzone, I haven't played those. Overwatch 2 is on Steam, Lamo. Um, yeah, I saw that. It has like 47,000 bad reviews. I saw that too. And supposedly, people are thinking it's maybe linked to the antitrust stuff that was going on. So Microsoft is now allowed to buy Activision Blizzard, right? And there are some concerns about it being, I guess, like a monopoly, which I didn't really understand, but whatever. And people are thinking that the issue was that Blizzard puts their stuff on their own launcher, so they wanted them to put it on Steam. That's speculation though. Uh it has 84,000 reviews and 9% of them are positive. Yeah, people are review bombing it, and I'm not usually a fan of review bombing, but I do think Overwatch 2 is actually kind of justified. Um I think people are kind of in the right to be angry about the situation with Overwatch 2. They've kind of just destroyed Overwatch slowly, but surely. Um, like going from 6 man to 5 man, making the 2 game instead of just keeping 1, and then like 2 was supposed to have a PvE mode, which I would have played. Probably would have played the PvE mode, and that was kind of the justification for why to make 2. Otherwise, they could have just done 1. They could have just left 1 alone, right? Um, and then of course, like I've heard the battle pass system is like outrageous. I'm not sure if it's just like takes forever to get through or something. So, so like they got rid of loot boxes, which is good. Loot boxes are evil, but the battle pass system seems kind of like takes way too long. To get a legendary skin on Overwatch 2 doing the weekly missions, you need to play for like an entire year or 2 years. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I remember hearing something like that. It was outrageous. I don't remember. Yeah, it was stupid. And so they have pissed so many people off. It was just, oh, I don't remember I did the math on release. Oh, man. Yeah, so I also like, I prefer games for the most part. Obviously, Genshin doesn't apply to this, where you can make your character to run around as. So, like Overwatch, where you're playing as a hero, I'm kind of like, meh. I like the loot boxes, to be honest. Gave me incentive to play characters I didn't play before. I don't like loot boxes on principle, which I'm going to sound like a giant hypocrite because I play Genshin and that's gacha and that's basically loot boxes. Huh. I like loot boxes when they're free to earn. Yeah, I don't care about loot boxes if they're free to earn or like easily available in the game. Or if they have a system, so like Genshin's not as bad since it has the pity system. So if they had after so many loot boxes you get a legendary, that's not so bad. But like let's be honest, Genshin included in Overwatch loot boxes is it's unregulated gambling. And if you're an adult and you have a job and it's your money, it's whatever. But I do kind of have issues with a lot of these games being aimed at kids and then being able to access loot boxes because it is gambling. I'm going into it knowing it's gambling, but I'm an adult and I have my money. I know when to stop spending money. But yeah, just take away the paid side and we Gucci. Yeah, I would agree with that. Overwatch 1 loot boxes were free to earn. It was very cool. Yeah, so like for example, I think if you said to like get a character in Genshin was $100 and you actually said clearly that it's $100, you would have a lot less people spending money on Genshin. Or if a skin was just straight up $100 in Overwatch 2, people would probably be like, nah, screw that. Um, it kind of depends on the skin. If I really want it, whether I would buy it. I would probably still buy the character in Genshin because I would kind of view it as supporting the game that's free. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind loot boxes as much when they're free to earn. But like Guild Wars 2 has loot boxes on their cash shop that probably aren't as bad as Overwatch 2. You have to pay for them. I think you can get them in the game for free, but it's like a below 1% drop chance or something. But they have really cool shit locked behind the lock boxes, and that's basically the only way you can get that stuff. So I would rather just be able to buy the skin rather than to buy a bunch of loot boxes. And I have terrible luck. I'm just gonna say it out right. I have awful luck on stuff. So if I have to spend money on loot boxes to get something, I'm gonna have to spend a shit ton of money and hit whatever cap it is that they set. So Genshin isn't free. It takes my brain power. Genshin is not free. It is very time consuming.
So if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
One day I'll actually be caught up on all the Genshin stories and I'll be able to play other games. But legitimately, I'm gonna play other games. This is gonna take a long time. I got another year of catching up on character stories probably. Plus Fontaine.
Escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
Nahida is like, I am the queen of wisdom. I will be the mediator. Please don't hit each other, guys. She's gonna be like, stop that. Stop smacking each other, you children.
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
She's the goddess of wisdom. She's not gonna get tricked. She's fine. Nahida VA reminds me of Clara. I gotta see that. I don't know. I don't like. I like Nahita's VA. I don't like Clara. So they're different enough that for whatever reason I like Nahita. I don't like Clara.
It's not every day you see people questioning the god of wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Ah, it's because you're such a smug bastard,
Don't
sir.
you dare try to drive a wedge between us!
And Paimon is very easy to egg on.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
That's fair.
I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yeah.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
I don't believe you, but sure. We'll go with that, Nahita. I don't really believe you.
Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
Oh, so you're saying that if we wanted to, we could beat the ever-living crap out of him and be successful.
Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Oh, yeah, are the Fatui gonna try to kill him?
Wait a second.
Could be.
Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore?
Yeah, how does this work? How do you become not a harbinger anymore?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no
Excuse me.
intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Oh, okay. He got kicked out. Oh, that kind of sucks. Yeah. Well, that's how bad guys play, I guess. So he tossed you out like trash. Oh man, we are throwing shade.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way.
Not entirely
All
wrong.
the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the harbingers.
Yes, because you guys are all psychopaths.
So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
He sounds like a great person to have at a party. Really? What a crying shame. He also seems like someone who would do great in a business environment. Like, the higher you get up in a company, the more of a psychopath you are. Let's just be real honest, guys. The only way you move up is by fucking people over.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection.
Oh,
So, why not join forces with us?
Nahida has such a pure heart of gold.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Not necessarily. Friends do not always agree with each other.
Yeah, obviously. Nahida, don't listen to him.
Shush, Paimon.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time.
Ah, okay, she wants us to get to know each other and become
It
friends.
can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Don't you question the goddess of wisdom, Paimon? It is not your place.
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me? Oh, is it because you think he knows something about Aether? Considering Aether's working in the Abyss, which is connected to the Fatui and the Harbingers. Oh, are you doing this for me, Nahida?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Doesn't sound like it.
You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am.
So the Balladeer is not entirely wrong. We are helping him because he has value. Well, okay. Yeah, he's not entirely wrong.
He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
Oh,
The
okay.
amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me.
Okay, so he's gonna help us. Hopefully.
So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
Because we have been enemies. I mean, his actions have made sense.
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on.
And right now, he is slightly on our side. So let's take advantage of it. And maybe become friends with him to keep him on our side. Yes. This is classic manipulation a little bit.
How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Do you, Nikita? I don't think you do, because my heart desires most of all Zhongli and his rerun. I don't think this is what you're about to say.
Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark.
Indiana rerun.
The one candle whose light still burns.
Yes, but do you know what candle that belongs to? It does not belong to Aether. It belongs to Zhongli, thank you. I don't really give a shit about Aether. I've known him for 5 seconds since I played this game, but you know what, Zhongli? Zhongli, first off, is not my brother. That's a big bonus. He is an eligible bachelor. He's awful with money. That's a downside. But he is old and experienced. That is a plus. Oh, thank you for trying to catch me. But no dice, Terry. No dice today. You have not caught me. Yeah. Zhongli. That is the candle I'm searching for. Come on, rerun banner!
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you.
You know what you can do for me is you can have Zhongli's rerun banner come at the beginning of 4.0 rather than the second half. I've waited long enough, guys. I have waited long enough. I don't want to wait another, like, what, month? Is it going to be like a month? Is that how long the banners last? Awful.
If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Nahida. This is not what I want, though. Thank you for trying.
You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord.
Wow, like magic.
It seems like we have a telepathic connection.
Oh, yeah, it seems like we just magically knew that the story, it was time for the story to continue.
In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned.
Oh, babysitting. Sure, that's fine. It's whatever.
He only has a fraction of his full power left. That's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
Okay, we can do that.
I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Got it. I'm glad to be able to help.
Great, thank you.
I'm so, like, massaging my neck and shoulders. I think at this point I'm either gonna have to go pay and get like a shoulder massage, or I'm gonna have to go to like a physical therapist and have them stab needles into my shoulder to release the muscles. I think I'm finally at that point.
Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Ooh, yikes. Actually, so it's called needling that physical therapy does.
It's pretty different here compared to last time.
And it's like teeny tiny needles.
Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
It's like teeny tiny needles, kind of like acupuncture needles. But if you have like a super tight muscle that you've tried relaxing through like massage or something else, needles is like the best shit. They poke it and it releases and just like poof. Oh, will be a great story. I've actually had needling done before. I have issues with TMJ. Apparently, I grind my teeth. That's great. Um, and they also linked it to like my neck and shoulders were tight. So I actually had needling done on like the sides of my face where the TMJ muscle is, and then the sides of my neck and my shoulders like 3 or 4 times. I'm not gonna lie, like that was the best shit ever, guys. Like having someone stick needles into those muscles and having them release, that was the best shit ever. It felt so good. It was amazing. It cost me $50. I was like, you know what? This is the best $50 I've ever spent in my life. So, highly recommend if you ever have like a chronic pain or something, or like even like a bunch of people that were there were runners. And especially when you run a lot, your muscles have a tendency to get tight. And they paid the $50 to have them like needle and release the muscles that day to prepare them for a race they had a couple of days later so that their muscles would relax and they would perform better during the race. So, yeah. But hi, Maro. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by as we play through Genshin. I hope you're having a good Saturday. I'm having a pretty good Saturday. Um, so, Derry, my phone just told me you're streaming. Well, joke's on you, phone. Joke's on you. Um, oh, Anukan? Hi. Thank you for joining and stopping by. How are you doing this Saturday? It looks like this is the first message you've sent, but I'm Adrie. I'm a cat girl VTuber. I love the color pink. I love MMOs, cozy games, and I stream a lot of Genshin Impact. Because, fun fact, games that have been out since 2020 and released on a regular basis have a lot of content to get through. So I have been streaming Genshin since December, and I'm almost caught up, but I have a ton of character stories and hangout events to do. So much content in this game, and Fontaine comes out in like 4 days. So I will never catch up. Never. Yep, it's the first message here. I'm from Meteor Falcon's chat. Oh, the person you raided the other day. Oh, thank you for joining. Yeah, I have a tendency to raid Meteor when I see he's on. So he is the fun. So, but thank you for joining. I appreciate it. But yeah. So I'm not purely a Genshin streamer. I do stream other things. I dabble in other games like Final Fantasy 14 and Honkai Star Rail. Though that's kind of most people who stream Genshin stream Honkai Star Rail because we're all Hoyoverse addicts. But yeah, I play other games like Palia too. So yeah, but I usually stream on Saturdays and usually Wednesdays. I'll probably be adding another day next week. I'm thinking I'm adding Tuesdays because I'm starting to Blue Mage raid in Final Fantasy 14. So I was thinking of streaming that and see how it goes. But yeah, I am almost caught up with the Archon quest. I'm on the Interlude Act 3 quest for Genshin Impact. And then after that, the plan is to do Child's Story and then go into Fontaine. So I'm not quite fully, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream Fontaine on a release, but I'm pretty close. Been a while since I saw this quest, to be honest. Yeah, I do all these things in the first day of them being out. Uh, yeah, the plan was to get through stuff so that I could do Fontaine the first day it comes out. But yeah, I didn't quite make it. Because like Baldur's Gate came out and a bunch of other games updated, and I was doing Honkai Star Rail. I usually don't get all of it done the first day. I usually save the story specifically to stream, and I'm like, this is good stuff to stream. I don't have to talk the entire time. I get to comment on the story, so that's fun. And I get to be like, ooh, and ah. So that's always fun. So I've been saving the story for streaming wise. I probably would have been caught up to Fontaine now if I hadn't limited it to streaming it, but it's good and fun. But yeah, the mighty tree, Irminsul, in the Balladeer,
Hot on my heels.
Scaramouche.
You didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Oh, Nahida sent me to babysit you. Oh, we get to, oh, we're gonna be sarcastic to each other this entire time. As someone who occasionally comes streaming, it is fun. Occasionally. Deary here is my #1 fan. He makes it to all my streams, and I appreciate him greatly. And it keeps me company. And sometimes we get off topic. But it's okay. That's the fun part. Fun part is kind of chatting with people as you play.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
We always get off topic? Yeah, to be fair, sometimes in the lie, there's a lot of off-topicness. There's a lot of soapboxes I get on occasion, too. That's another reason the story takes so long.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sometimes we get off topic and it's like, oh, hey, I've been on the same screen for 30 minutes, the same piece of dialogue, because I got on a soapbox and I'm talking for 30 minutes. But I'm still not as bad as, like, Josh Strayface. He goes off topic and then he's off topic for hours, and it's hilarious. It's surprising when we're on topic, to be honest. Yeah.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous.
I mean, everyone loves Genshin, but like everyone else has experienced the story at this point. It's just me. So I think a lot of people don't necessarily want to discuss Genshin and story in super depth because they don't want to spoil it for me, to be fair. And I do appreciate that.
I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
I mean, you're a new player, right? Yeah, I started playing in December, so I don't know technically when you cross the threshold of new versus old. I wouldn't expect you to be fully caught up already. If I wasn't streaming, I probably would have made it through stuff. But it is funner to go through the story and have people, comment and talk about it. So I do appreciate that your expectations are low and you don't expect me to be caught up yet. So, oh, Kenzo Benzo Bean. Hello. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. How are you doing, oh, Kenzo Benzo Bean? So, yeah. I hope everyone is... That name is fabulous. It is so fun to say. I'm not going to lie. I have so much fun saying your name. So, it just... I love the rhyming. It makes it so fun to say. Okinzo Binzo Bean. I can't say it in a normal voice. It's way too fun to say it in a non-normal voice. But yeah, I hope everyone who has joined, Enukan, please, that you get Enukan also, that you guys are having a nice Saturday. I'm streaming. Streaming automatically equals having a nice chill Saturday. So, because I'm not doing chores right now. So that is always a good thing. No chores. No chores. Chores will have to be done later, though.
Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
She's like, okay, guys, do not fight. Do not start shit in my tree. Lol, thank you. You're very welcome. Derry, I'm having a mental battle about if I want to get relics or not on Honkai Star Rail. I'm the laziest person ever. I'm kind of just like, eh. I look at the relics, and I'm like, what does the game recommend that I wear? And I push that button. So. Oh, excuse me. Let me drink something. Not the point of being able to get 5-star relics, so. Yeah, maybe don't die. Oh yeah, I know. I don't know what that cough was. I'm actually not feeling super stuffed up today, so that was kind of random. And I remembered to take all of my allergy sprays. I have like 3 before stream, and I took my medicine this morning. And I don't know. There's not a shit ton of pollen on my car, so and I don't feel stuffed up, which is like abnormal. I don't know what that cough came from. Farm materials and level up particular characters, one of each element, and see if you can get those relics. Yeah. I'm excited about when Don Hang, the 5-star, comes out. I'll be rolling for that. He'll be my favorite. Blade will be second, and then Jing Yuan is third in Honkai Star Rail. And I'll have them all in a party together because they're all different elements. When's Danielle coming out? I think he's either the next banner or the one after that. I can't remember if Fu or him comes first. So, Kafka just came out, what, Tuesday? So probably in like 3-ish weeks. Fu is 1.3, but yeah, but is she the first half of 1.3 or the second half of 1.3? Because Fu and Don are both 1.3. I think first half, so I think he comes after Fu then. So I just know they're both 1.3. I mean, I'm okay with him being the second half because that gives me more time to save up rolls. So that's not bad. And I'm going to get him. I'm going to get his light cone. 100%. And I think I already have enough rolls to get him. Don't know if I'll be able to get the light cone though. I only missed Silver Wolf. I got Kafka yesterday on my second 10 pull. What is this shit? I've seen so many people on Twitter either getting like 2 Kafkas or like in a single pull or getting Kafka on their second 10 pull. I was like, I only did 1 10 pull and I got Luca, which I wanted Luca, so that was okay. But I was like, what? I'm like, people are having crazy luck on Kafka. I also saw one person I follow on Twitter and he wanted to get Luca. That's all he wanted was Luca. He didn't give a shit about Kafka. He got Kafka 4 times before he got Luca. Make me want a temple again? Do it. Do it. It will build pity towards Fu if you don't get Kafka. Get the dummy mommy. I never got 2 unique character in 1 temple. I mean, I'll be honest, I almost have to go to the pity max for every single character I've got. So I'm kind of like, and that's in both Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. I've had like decent luck winning the 50-50. It's about like every other character I try for, I win the 50-50 or I lose it. So it's not terrible, but I definitely don't have this crazy luck I keep seeing all over the fuck on Twitter. I don't want Sampo or Luca. I'm worried about pulling for Fu. Then save for save for Fu. Be strong.
Fine. Let's call it truce.
I've never lost a 50-50. That's nice. That sounds nice. I've lost uh let's see. So I'm like guaranteed to lose it this time. I lost a 50-50 on Blade in Honkai Star Rail. I did not on Jinguan. Genshin, I think I lost a 50-50 on Alhaitham and maybe a Yaka. It's been pretty much consistently, I'll get a character, win the 50-50, and the next banner I try, I lose the 50-50. So I lost a 50-50 on Nahitas. I think I lost at Alhaitham. Uh, maybe a Yaka, Nahida, Inzobinzabine. I heard yesterday about the pity. How do I check the pity pool? Genshin and Honkai Star Rail actually kind of have a shitty way to check the pity pool. Like, that's one thing Tower Fantasy does better. It has like a little tracker. You have to uh Alex, I can't show you till this cutscene's over. But you go to like the wishes and you can check the history and it shows you like 5 pulls at a time of what you got. And you basically have to go backward to the last time you got a 5-star and count.
Let's cut each other a little
It's not a great
slack,
method.
shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all.
They could really easily implement a counting system for the banners that counts your pulls and then reset it whenever you get a 5-star. Like that, considering all the shit we have in this game, you cannot tell me that it would not be easy for them to implement a pity counting system. Seems like a good system to me. Yeah, Tower Fantasy has like their pity is a little bit different. Like at 80 pulls, you're guaranteed to get a 5-star. But I think even if you get a 5-star at 40, you still get another one at 80. So theirs doesn't quite reset like Genshin does. Um, but they do have below the banner, they have a tracker. And then obviously when the banner switches, it still has the same pity from the previous one, like Genshin does, where your pity crosses banners. Um, and I think, I'll be honest, and maybe this is a terrible suggestion. I really shouldn't be suggesting people spend more money on Genshin. But if you actually had like the pity counter at the bar, you would probably have people spending more money because they'd be like, oh shit, I'm only 10 away from the pity hit. Bam, let's go buy some primos to get those 10. So, I think that's why I got Kafka so fast. I got Blade after 10 times 7 pulls.
Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path.
Gamba, yeah.
All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Akinzo Benzo Bean. I think that's why I got Kafka so fast. I got Blade after 10 times 7 pulls. Well, once you get a 5-star, so like the pity counter, so at 90, you're guaranteed a 5-star rate. And I think it's like 60 where your chances to get a 5-star starts increasing. But once you get that 5-star, the pity counter resets back to 0. Um, so like if you had been pulled like 70 times on the Blade banner and never got Blade, that 70 would carry over to Kafka. But if you got Blade, it resets. So, wait, I got called for dinner like 20 minutes ago. I forgot. I'm out for a bit. Okay, Derry, I'll see you later.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
Probably he is on adventuring around Teyvat, Paimon. Concerned he's really old. Now, granted, the question is, how old is Paimon? Like, again, this goes back to the one burning question I have is, what the fuck is Paimon? How old is she? Why does she float? Why does no one question this?
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going.
Paimon is a god. You're probably not wrong, but like that's the lingering question. Like number one after like what the hell is going on with Aether is like right after that is what the fuck is Paimon and why does everyone act like this is normal?
Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Why does it auto my Paimon to an emoji? If you have better TTV settings, then I put like the characters' names tagged to the emojis, so when you write Paimon, it does the Paimon emoji. And when people write, I have an emoji for Zhongli, I'll hide them. Um, so you only see it if you have the Better TTV extension on, which I have it on. So I enjoy seeing the emotes. So that'd be why it's been tripping me out. Yeah, I have an Al Haytham one. It's like a emote that's zoomed in on his abs. And there is a Yada one. I think he's drinking bubble tea. And then I have a Zhongli one. I think that one, I think he's throwing money. I think I have one to Amber too. So I went a little crazy on getting some Genshin emotes for Vetter TTV, and I just attached them to people's names. And I'm like, well, you know what? Get used when other people type out their names. Yeah. Yeah, the Amber one's so cute. She's hugging the little bunny. I need to get like a Nahida one.
Dark on this guy. It's unbearable.
I might, there, I only have like Better TTV only has like 50 emote slots, and then Franker Franz has 100, and like 7TV I think has like 1,000 emote slots. Um, so just on like Genshin character alone, like at one point I wanted to get like a emote for each character, but then that would pretty much take all of the Better TTV slots up, and it's like, oh my gosh. I forgot Amber exists. Okay, no more procrastinating Eden. I'll be back. Okay, see you later. Okay, there's no need for all the Biden sarcasm. Focus on doing your job. No, no. Sarcasm is Scaramouche. That is the definition of Scaramouche. He is a sarcastic fucker.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche. A small sapling?
Darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Okay. Are we gonna have a domain or just a bunch of cutscenes?
Wow.
Ooh, glowy.
Inside of Irminsul.
It's different than what I imagined.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Do you
Irminsul
like
is
the
closely
atmosphere?
Entwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something.
Okay.
Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Okay, sorry. We're just, you know, gazing in awe.
Opposite of everything he says.
Because he's a jerk? That's a regular reaction to jerks.
So, Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Okay.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
Yeah, I was kind of like, is Genshin about to give us the ability to run off? Because that will be fun.
What are you smirking at?
Death? I
was
assume
just
death will
imagining
come.
the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost.
Oh no.
Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Aye, Captain, let's go. Okay, so it will not actually let us go off the path. But we had to try, right? Oh my gosh, we walk slow.
Sapling things have spread out.
The fragments have dissipated. Oh,
Those are all
okay.
packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Oh man, Paimon's gonna touch it. The location's changed. Looks like we've been transported to another path. Okay, so you're gonna walk into that sapling. Continue explore.
It looks the same in every direction.
Oh my god, this is indeed unusual, but it seems that the balladeer is more used to it than I. Probably because he had a
No
gnosis?
wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
See, the balladeer can be a little nice.
Is he mocking me again?
Yes.
What is it this time?
Well, you must mock the
There's a
Paimon.
time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Oh, hey, we're almost to the tree. Okay. We've arrived.
Here.
This is the center of Emerald. All the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord
All the
comes slowly.
knowledge, all the power.
You made it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
Oh, a waypoint? Why do we need a waypoint?
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role in the Fatui. First Akaba and Sawada's stories, now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
I guess he's kind of pleasant to be with.
We're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Sure. Nahida, is this a telepathic conversation? No, we're just talking out loud where the Balladeer could hear.
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Ah, man, this shit is better than Discord, guys.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
You float. You don't get to act surprised about anything. You float. I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Yeah, this is just like Discord.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great.
Like, hey, we can all be in different places and still talk together. So nice. Man, technology.
So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction?
Mm-hmm.
He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
He's just a little rough around the edges. Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for others.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand.
Oh.
Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Probably not today. But is it about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Ah, and you see that, Paimon? We get called smart. Don't feel like that's ever happened to Paimon in this game. Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at Partis DI. You were like we saw in the Balladeer's mind while in Partis DI.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
No, I mean, I kind of feel sad for him. He's been hurt, and he's afraid to open to others.
That guy's skin. Turns out he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes.
Oh,
I know about all of that.
oh, really? Story time, Nahida. It's time for you to share.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Tell Nahida about the story Akaba and Sawada are right in.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
Oh, look at them. Look at those smart cookies.
So the Gese got it right?
Oh,
They guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
oh no.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Yeah, I do feel like this is kind of rude. He is right to be irritated. Like, it's like when your friends are having a conversation and you're not included and it makes you feel like you're not a part of the group. I've never had that happen to me. I'm not salty.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Because we're oddly silent. And Paimon never shuts up. Paimon being silent is a key indicator that she's talking to herself in her head.
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential. Yes, we do, but we're being very obvious about it. Yes, lol. Yeah, yeah. He's not an idiot. This is kind of rude. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of rude, but it is what it
Of
is.
course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Oh, has Nahida not told him that Aether is specifically in Irminsul? Like, she confirmed that the information does exist. On us, not so much. But him, for whatever reason.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
I mean, we use all the elements. It's kind of obvious.
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought. Oh, man. I don't feel like quite throwing shade that bad, so we'll say this.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage.
Oh, how very adult of you, Mr. Scaramouche.
Huh? Wait.
Wait. What's that? Oh, it's a sapling.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
There's gonna be information on Aether?
Anonymous data.
Anonymous data?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Wait. What's gonna happen?
Mr. Niwa,
Ooh.
are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It
Oh.
may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one
Oh.
else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Oh no. Who's
Is that
this?
so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Oh, we're gonna get to see his heart, guys. We're gonna see his heart. That name, Niwa, was the man in charge at the Tarasuna. Plus, he belongs to the lineage of Ishin art. Hey, DB Kai, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. How's your Saturday going? Mine's going pretty good. Just chilling and playing some Genshin. Working on the story like I've been doing for the last 9 months. I've been working on Genshin story for like 9 months now. Oh man, it's going good. I'm happy to hear that it's going good. And I hope you have a good Saturday. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is the last Archon quest, but I'm about to get a shit ton more on 4 days. On the 16th, Fontaine comes out, and I'll have lots of more story to get through then. So, yeah. I will be perpetually behind, probably for at least another 6 months with how slow I go. But it's all good. Lots of fun to do, lots of things to stream.
Whoa!
No, look at us go. Oh.
I've been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone under your
Click too soon,
leadership.
sorry.
Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated.
Actually, before we continue on with the story, I need to take a little break. I will be right back, guys, I promise. Okay. Okay, and back. And story time. See how long this takes.
As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
Oh, I recognize that. That was one of the Ascension materials you can get, and had that weird quest where you had to give a bunch to a kid.
The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished,
Ooh.
giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy.
Okay.
Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Okay, he doesn't look like he's Inazuman. Maybe he's from Fontaine? That kind of reminds me of like the style of Fontaine.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale.
Who's Akame?
You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm
Even
following.
now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us.
Hmm.
I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
This could be just me, but he has kind of like the evil guy goatee. So is he going to betray Niwa and destroy Tatarosuna? Is he an evil man because he has the evil guy goatee?
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
Hmm.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
Oh, he's lying.
My good sir.
Shame on him.
What do you mean?
He's kind of sounding like a
I
villain.
tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way.
Hmm.
What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems?
Oh,
Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
oh, that doesn't sound good.
Recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do.
Oh no, guys. This man, this guy with the goatee is definitely evil. He may just be an evil corporate businessman, though.
None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the
Oh.
Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope.
The Kabuki Mono, is that the Belladere in his previous life?
But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
Yep, 100% evil man goatee.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
Mr. Mikoshi wants proof. May be hard to obtain.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
Hey, I was right.
Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
I was right. Thanks from Fontaine. Welcome back, Adrie. Did you have a good dinner? Did you eat some yummy food? After stream, I'm gonna have to get. Yeah, it's not quite dinner time, but I didn't have lunch. I'll have to eat something. It was fine. I ate a little. Only a little. Saturdays are the day where I eat a ton of food. During the week, not as much, but Saturdays, I like to get the sushi and stuff myself with sushi and Mexican food. I don't know if I'll be doing any of that today, though. I'll be meeting family tomorrow, and we are getting Mexican food. So, I don't know if I'm going to get anything today. Maybe.
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
I had sushi for the first time recently. Ooh, congrats. It's a fun experience. It's the first time. Couldn't figure out the stick, so I just stabbed it. It works, or like grab it with your fingers. It's, you know, it's whatever. People don't care. I am good at using chopsticks. Once you can go on Google, once you find a guide, and then you kind of just practice it, and eventually you'll get used to it. I skewered it. Hey, Rain, how are you doing? You skewered it like a kebab. That technically works. There is no judgment. How are you doing, Rain? I am working on a Genshin story as kind of per normal a little bit, but I'm on the Interlude Act 3 quest. I've almost finished the Archon quest. Almost. And close. But how are you doing today?
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem.
Who's gonna go into the furnace? Making dumb Genshin comps for fun. Waiting on Tower of Fantasy to download. I've actually been playing Tower of Fantasy recently because of their first anniversary event that's going on. I wish Tower of Fantasy was more popular than it is. Oh, how I wish. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't completely die because I do actually enjoy it, but they have some like cute outfits though. I kind of want to get the first anniversary bundle in Tower of Fantasy because it comes with a super cute outfit. Well, it's just finally on console. Yeah, it is, but I think the servers between the console and the PC aren't connected, if I'm understanding correctly. And I'm not sure like why that's a thing. Like, I know Neverwinter does that, and I know a lot of free MMOs do that, but like Final Fantasy 14, the servers between the PC and the PlayStation are connected. So I'm not sure why all of these other ones it doesn't work out. Well, it's just finally on console, so now I can try it. It's okay. I have no friends. I have no friends that play Tower Fantasy either, if that makes you feel good. No, that's not really the concern. Like, I don't really have a lot of concern about playing with other people across PC and console necessarily, like on a personal level. But generally, it's not good for server population to divide your fan base across the two, like if they can't actually link up. And considering like Tower Fantasy has such a small fan base between PC and mobile already, it's kind of just not ideal, especially for an MMO or like online games in general, where like your player base staying and playing is a good way that it stays alive. So, but I guess at least it is finally actually on console. I'm kind of surprised it took them this long. I don't know if there's some special holdup or what, but I guess at least it's finally out now. Dairy cross-platform is never not a good idea. 100%, 100% agree. And especially since Final Fantasy 14 has had crossplay with their servers since like it was on PlayStation 3. So it's always been PC and PlayStation 3, now PlayStation 4, and they're about to add Xbox, I think, early 2024. So it can be done. I just don't know why most other games don't do it. I would always be down to play with someone and chill on there. Yeah. They have finally though, like they used to have in Tower Fantasy, at least on PC, they had like 10 plus different North American servers. And they did a couple server merges back in like December around the time I started playing, but the population was still kind of low, and they finally merged all the NA servers together. So it doesn't look quite as dead as it did before. Like I actually see people out in the open world, whereas before I wasn't. I'm assuming they're doing the same thing on PlayStation where they're just going to have one NA server. Um, So yeah, but I'm like 90% positive that PlayStation and PC can't play together, which is a shame. Super duper shame. I don't know if it's something about development periods because I know like in Neverwinter, I think they would get like the PC version would get updates sooner. So I don't know if that's maybe why, but whatever. I played with someone on Genshin once and it was fun and chill, but no one ever played with me again. Yeah, I usually don't play with people in Genshin because I don't feel like you need to, but like Tower Fantasy has raids and stuff like that. It has group content. Um, and it looked like it was fun group content and world bosses. I haven't really done any of it. Um, but the raids do look like they could be fun. So,
I'm in charge here, and I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
I just like the modern look in Tower Fantasy. See, I'm more of a fantasy girl. So, like medieval fantasy rather than like cyberpunky futuristic, which is what Tower Fantasy is, right? So I prefer the aesthetic of Genshin better, but I still really like the aesthetic. And I also like that you get to make your character in Tower Fantasy. For me, that's a win. Um, I've always been saying I want a modern version of Genshin. Yeah, Hoyoverse is never gonna make a modern version of Genshin. Like the closest we're gonna get is Honkai Impact the Third and Honkai Star Rail, but those games have key differences to appeal to different players to not to keep the player base. Like I will be very surprised if Hoyoverse ever makes another game with the same gameplay as Genshin, unless they decide to eventually actually kill Genshin. Because like you don't want to take away from the people playing Genshin, right? So but I guess modern-ish Genshins, I don't know if I'm about to be 100% truthful, but Wuthering Waves looked like it was more on the sci-fi futuristic aesthetic with similar gameplay to Genshin. I think if that's still kind of like single player-ish with some co-op like Genshin is. I don't know it comes out. I know they had a beta earlier this summer though. Fantasy is awesome. Elves, please. Yes, I love elves. Elves are great. Great. I love the pointy ears. But I also like cat girls. So, yeah. Oh, Fantasy 14 is great. It has both elves and cat girls. And I like Genshin and all. It's very pretty. It is. Genshin is very pretty. I can't play Star Rail because it's not on console yet. Yeah, hopefully they get on that sooner rather than later. I'm really surprised considering how many Genshin people, how many people play Genshin on console that Honkai Star Rail didn't release on console at the same time. So that's kind of wild. Why did I say that I don't want to play Star Rail? I meant Honkai Impact. Same thing with Honkai Impact. That one's older actually. So that one does make sense they don't have it on console yet, but it's still been out a while, so I would have thought they would have brought it by now. But I've heard they're gonna update Impact. I think they're gonna do like an engine update or something and update the graphics. I could be full of shit. So maybe when they update stuff, they'll finally port it over to consoles. I don't know. It's weird. I also kind of wish like I like Otome games and visual novels, and I kind of want to play Tears of Themis. And the main reason I haven't is because it's mobile only. But if they added it to PC, I'd be more likely to play. May not be a great idea for my wallet though. So, because Honkai seems to have good waifus. It does. It doesn't really have great husbandos, so it doesn't have a lot of appeals for me. But then again, I guess, Honkai Impact is waifu. Tears of Themis is husband O's. So I think works out. He evens out, right? So, but yeah, Hoyo addicts. Just wait. I heard this rumor on Twitter. It's probably completely wrong and full of shit. But there was for a while there was this rumor going around that Hoyoverse was working on making like a Animal Crossing style game. Which my guess is like, in Animal Crossing you have the villagers, so you would unlock villagers through the gacha system. The thought of a Hoyoverse Animal Crossing game seems like such a great idea, but at the same time it terrifies me.
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
This is the evil goatee man.
Drop the act. We're
It was
past
very
that.
obvious he was going to be evil.
Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked.
Hoyoverse Sims. I mean, yeah, they could do it. They could do it. They would make money from it.
I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Like, Hoyoverse could probably, at this point, they probably have so much money, they could probably branch into just about any genre of game and probably make a decent game. And somehow implement gacha into it.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
He looks like he has a stabby tool to maybe stab him with. Like now? Yeah. The stabby McStab.
Moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
Oh no.
You.
Oh, Mr. Niwa. Poor Mr. Niwa. Oh no.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for.
Getting downed by the evil goatee man.
I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all.
Oh, really? Okay, so where are you from? What's your name?
Yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
The voice has changed. It's the sky is going away.
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh no.
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Oh no, this is the Balladier's buddy.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. You'll be found out.
Not exactly.
But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
Experiment, you say?
You must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
I thought it was Doctor. Oh no, you're using all your Pokeballs? Well, joke's on you, sir. You will not catch me today. Oh, wish. I do thank you for money. Thank you for luck. I could use that. But no Pokeballs for you. You cannot trap me inside a Pokeball. No, I will not go. You cannot make me go inside. I'm going to have to up the points on these Pokeballs, aren't I? How dare you try to catch your VTuber? No, you can't lock me in a teeny tiny ball and trap me in a teeny tiny space. I'm too big. I am too big. I cannot fit inside. No.
The Fatui? What do you want?
just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Yep. Yep. All your points stocked that are
Look
stocked
how
up,
even
Derry.
the
Have you
righteous
let it all
soul is
out?
filled with venom when faced with its demise.
What would make a good Monster only team? That's probably good enough. I have more. Oh no, not more. Not more Pokeballs. Are there gonna be any more? Need to wait. Catch me unaware. Is that the goal? Would make a good Monster only team. I can't tell you good. I can tell you characters like. I would use Jean. Oh no, not another Pokeball. Not another Pokeball. Rosaria, Moona, Lisa, and Jean. I like Jean. Jean's my favorite Monster character. I also, you want waifus, right? Because I would add D-Look in there for a husbando. I really like Jean though. Jean's my favorite Monster waifu because I have her in the cute little Jean outfit. Who else do I like? Fiona. Well, you also have to think I don't use guys or chibis, period. Yeah, so no guys, no chibis. Jean's a favorite. What else do I like? I like Fischl. She's crazy. Just a little crazy. Rosario, best monarch girly for me. So you have to have Rosaria. Oh, Amber. Yeah, I do like Amber too, but Amber's kind of basic. Mona. Una. Fischl is one of the three I benched. Ah, okay. Rosario's interested. Barbo's kind of meh. And who else? No chibis. Amber is pretty damn strong. Yeah, I don't like bow I'll be honest, I don't like to use bow characters. I just don't. So Amber gets benched for me. All the bow characters get benched automatically. Like, I don't know, I just don't like doing the combat with bows. So I bench my weakest girls and Barbara because, well, it's Barbara and I don't like her personality. Yeah, I don't like Mona's personality, to be honest. I'm not a fan of her. You should try Yelan, but she has a bow. And she's a 5-star. So, like, I don't know. I need the husbandos. I need the husbando 5 stars first, and then maybe I can get more waifus. Though I do have quite a few 5-star waifus, though. You don't need to use her bow, you don't? Oh, okay, that's not as bad. Her skill makes up for it.
My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind.
Oh, hail Kenzo Benzo Bean. Love, sip, and bounce. I love the bounce emote. I want to get one of those at some point. I'm not gonna lie. You know who doesn't get enough attention in Genshin? Eula. As you speak of characters of Mondstadt girls, Eula didn't even pop in my head. Sarah? Oh yeah, Sarah doesn't really get a lot of love either for Itazuma. But I just feel bad right now because Eula was literally just on a rerun banner and a part of the event. And when we're like, oh, Mondstadt girls, she did not even pop into my head. I feel like a monster. But yeah, Sarah. Sarah doesn't pop up a lot either. And Sarah doesn't have a character story either, does she? Does she? I don't remember. I know her family has popped up in several stories, but I don't think she's had her own. Which I feel like is like... I feel like every character deserves to have a character story. Like, Hoyoverse needs to get on that.
It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
Well, I don't usually double my elements. I don't either, to be honest. I wish Rosaria had anything, honestly. She's barely in the main story or events. Yeah, I kind of assumed that all the characters would have a character story when I started playing this, and I was wrong. And that all of them were going to be in the main events, like the main story. Like, I remember rolling for Ayato, and I'm like, he is super hot. He looks cool. Surely he is in the main story for Inazuma, right? No, no, he's not. He's mentioned, but he never actually like pops up. And I was like, what? What, guys? I mean, I guess at least he has a character story, so he's better off than Rosaria. But still, Rosaria is by far my favorite girl. Yeah, Zhongli is my fave boy. Do I have a fave girl? Probably Hu Tao, actually. I just like Hu Tao's ghosty animation, and I have her, but I don't actually use her too much. But I like her little hilly trill dance and her ghosty animation. Though I guess I also do like Raiden. Raiden's up there on fave girls. So Hu Tao and Raiden are kind of tied for my fave waifu in the game. I do like Ayaka too, though. Nahida is my favorite chibi. Hu Tao is the one girl I skipped, so I can get Dia. Only thing I don't like about Raiden is the ring. Yeah. I'm just quite amused of where her sword comes from. And I also like, I really like, okay, I'm an anime cat girl on Twitch, guys. I'm a giant anime weeb, right? That's expected. So obviously I like Japanese stuff and Japanese culture, Japanese fashion to some degree, but I love kimonos, so I really like a lot of the Inazuman character designs because they're based off Japan. So I'm very biased, but I really like Raiden's character design. I think Yanfei deserves more attention. She is strong as fuck, honestly. Yeah, and wasn't she on a banner recently as a 4-star? Like I can't roll right now because I gotta wait for Zhongli, but I like to get the 4 stars, and Yanfei finally popped up on a banner, and I was like, dang it, I want to unlock her, but I can't roll till Zhongli comes out. So hopefully Yanfei will be on banners again soon. Oh, Jinyan also gets no attention. Yeah, that's fair. Though she was, wait, Jinyan, which one is that actually? Is that, oh, no, I was thinking of someone else. Yeah, she doesn't, yeah, she, is it the guitar girl? The band girl? She's also extremely strong, especially with that claymore I have.
Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead.
Your innocent puppet?
What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
Jinyan is a rocker. Yeah, she was in the Liyue event earlier this year for a teeny tiny bit. Not a whole lot. She looks like Dia's little sister, not gonna lie. Oh no, Mr. Niwa is dying.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
Okay. Okay. I know you're dying, and this is your final wish as you die. But Mr. Evil Goatee Man is not going to tell the Balladeer your dying wish. Let's be honest. See, and surprisingly, the Dendro girls don't get a lot of love either. No, they haven't. They're not really. I guess Farzen's not Dendro.
He has nothing
Kale.
to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
Kale and Kirara is more talked about than Kale. I think Kirara has a better character design than Kali. Like, I don't know. I feel like Kali's character design is kind of mid. She's cute, um, but I don't know. It's not their best character design that they've come up with, even among the 4 stars. And I think it does say a lot that Kirara is talked about more than Kale, considering Kale is in like a good chunk of the Sumeru quests. Like she's in a good chunk of the story, and she's been in a lot of the events. I feel the same way, but opposite. Oh, okay. Kirara's basic to me. It's for me, it's different enough. Like with like being more on the Nico Mata side, like we don't have a lot of characters like that. Now I'm still kind of like I'm not a fan of like the fake cat ears because her cat ears are bows, right? I was like that's dumb. Like, I'm like stop pulling that shit. Or like Dia, they're like oh look Dia has bows. Oh Lady Miss Mar, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm Adrie Theron. And I'm not sure if you're in chat or watching along, but thank you for the follow and I hope you are enjoying the stream. So I thought that was just Dia's hair. Yeah, it is. But people are like, oh, hey, look, it looks kind of like cat ears. And I'm like, it's not cat ears, guys. It's just her hair. But it's like the same thing with Karara's bow, is it looks kind of like cat ears. And I'm kind of like, you guys made a Nikomata, just give her cat ears. Like, why are we playing this game?
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself.
Kaching has ears, I think. Yeah, I don't have Kaching. She's on the standard banner, but I have not got her yet. I don't get a lot of my wishes typically don't go towards the standard banner, if I'm being honest. Except for like the 5 that you can buy every month. I buy those, but that's about it. Almost all of my primogems can go to other characters.
Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat.
So maybe one day I'll lose the 50-50 and actually get Kaching. I've gotten Dia and then I've gotten Jean twice, which I use Jean a lot, so that was kind of nice getting her to C1. So I'm waiting to see the story if the balladeer freaks the fuck out after figuring out that the doctor who he's been working with killed his friend.
I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible.
I think the balladeer is going to be very angry after seeing all this.
Already dead. What a pity.
Oh, look, there he is.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was.
So now is the balladeer going to be like, oh, let's go fuck up the Fatui, guys.
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
I just lost a lot of 50-50, so I have decent constellations on Mona and Kaching, which I'm not mad about, but I want more Jean constellations, damn it. I know, right? I would love to get more of Jean if I was going to lose a 50-50. Though I guess it could be worse. At least it's not Chi-Chi. And now that Dia is in, I hope to get more of her. Yeah, the other 50-50 I've lost, I got Tainari. That's who else I got. Nope, Scaramouche. I have Chi-Chi C6, I think. Oh no. All I know is that like I was watching Zepla was a big Final Fantasy 14 creator in this past like 6 months. She played Genshin and she was I don't remember who she was trying to get. I think it was Yelan. And she like lost to 50-50 and got Chi-Chi and someone shared like this meme video of singing about losing the 50-50 to Chi-Chi. It was hilarious.
Hey, are you alright?
Scaramouche is very much not alright.
Dottore. Dottore.
He is losing his shit, guys.
Good. Good.
It's like, I'm going to kill that doctor. When I say characters don't get a lot of love, I mean by fans, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I think Hoyoverse listens to the fans sometimes about how like they put stuff in. And I think like it kind of goes both ways. Like there's love from fans, right? But people also get more attached to the characters when they pop up into the game more, I feel like. So like theoretically the more characters in, um, the more love they should get, at least somewhat, just because like you're getting to interact with that character rather than it just being like a PNG. Yunjin never gets talked about, right? Yeah. I'll be honest, I know her design looks kind of like very Lolita-ish and kind of reminds me of like a little Bo Peep with her head outfit, her hat. I don't know what that's called. Um I don't like her design. I just straight up don't like her design. I have her at like C5 though from banners. And also like the Geo characters in general don't seem to get a lot of love either, outside of like people really like Zhongli because he's an Archon and he's hot. Um, I think people like Noelle because she's in the maid, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about like any of the other Geo characters really. I'm not a big fan of her, but she's not a bad character to play. I'm not a fan of her design either. I know Ningguang has quite a bit of attention. Ah, yeah, that's fair. But I don't know. I just like whenever I hear like I never hear people talking about Geo. It's always like Dendro, Electro. Obviously with Fontaine, people are gonna be losing their minds about Hydro. But like even if you look at the number of characters, like the number of Geo characters we have is I think we have like of all the elements, the least amount is Geo. I go by like how much fan art I see. Um, yeah, I don't follow a lot of Genshin fan art, so that's probably part of it too.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
I'm afraid so. He was the one behind the Tatarasuna incident.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
I need one more Geo girl to try an all Geo team. Do we have 4 Geo girls? Or is it, or like, you just need one more because you need to land one more? Or is there not actually 4 Geo girls?
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace.
Ganyu and Mona get a ridiculous amount of attention. I have seen Ganyu a lot. I haven't seen Mona as much though, but definitely I have seen Ganyu a lot. The little bit I see. There is only 3. Oh, is it? Is that including the Traveler? Which I mean, if you play Lumine, if you play Aether, then you know, SOL. Noelle, Ningguang, and Yungjung. Oh, okay. So I could play Lumine and have a 4-person Geo waifu team, but I don't use Traveler. That's fair.
You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
I really like Lumine's design, so I did use her for quite a bit. Until I got Jean. Then she got replaced. Scaramouche. This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the doctor's experiment? Probably. The doctor is quite a psychopath. If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
We need
Yeah. Scaramouche, the balladeer, has had a lot of crap just dropped on him. His world is being blown to pieces. So smithereens.
Tatarasuna incident. So the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Because he's been working with the doctor for hundreds of years instead of killing him. Of course he's pissed. I also use the guy because, well, come on, make protag lover. I like to imagine Aether just as a giant harem with all the girls. There's no judgment here. I did the exact same thing with Lumine with all the boys. Giant harem. Male. Yeah. So that's why I have a Yato and I'll Hytham and soon I'll have Zhongli. All the tall boys. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get Child because Child and Zhongli's banners are at the exact same time. Layla never gets attention. Oh yeah, she doesn't. She did pop up in that story recently, but she's like, I was like, who is this person? When we got to like the event, I guess it was a couple months ago. The little, I don't know, like the competition thing, and like we got to her and she was there, and I was like, who is this person? It's like, what in the world? Diona is also on the Zhongli banner. What is that emote, by the way? It's Zhongli throwing money, and he has sunglasses on because he's rich and has money. He's throwing money away because he's bad with money.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday.
Layla is the most consistent shield, I think. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't typically like ever use 4 stars. I'm kind of like I spent some money to get my 5 stars. By God, I'm going to use them. I don't care if they work well together. So I really haven't like dabbled in any of the others. Plus, like, I don't enjoy finding the materials to ascend characters in Genshin. I'm kind of over that at this point because I haven't done it for that many characters in comparison to a lot of people who play Genshin, but I'm kind of over it. I've only got 4 characters fully up to 90, and I'm going to get Zhongli up to 90, and I don't find it enjoyable. I don't have any energy recharge, and it literally recharges before it's done. So, Derry, I've never used it to 5 star. Derry's never used anything except for Diona. Well, actually, I guess to be fair, there was a period of time before you got Diona, you had to use characters. Getting materials isn't hard to me, but getting the books is annoying. It's not about hard. It's just time consuming and it's time gated for no reason. And it's just, I don't know, it's not interesting gameplay. It's just, I'm not a big fan of grinds. I've done a lot of grindy shit in Final Fantasy 14, and I generally don't enjoy doing them in other games because it doesn't feel good to do. It's just a time killer. I have 1600 EXP books. Darius, if they upgrade us to like level 100 when Fontaine comes out, Darius is ready. I wish I could buy the books with Stardust and Mora. Right? Yeah, the books are really annoying.
Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began.
I used to have over 2,000. Where did your 2,000 books go?
It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future.
But since I was forced to level up my world, I don't anymore. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I have 4 characters at 90, and if they do raise the level cap to 100, I'm just going to say, fuck it, nope, I don't need this. I don't need to upgrade anyone to 100, because I want to get my waifus to be able to survive. Yeah, I don't think I have very many levels to go to have to level up my world again, but I think I'm just going to not level it up. I'll just be like, I'm good.
Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, The balladeer became the main test subject.
The poor balladeer. Used and
After the events
abused.
you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process.
I only bench Barbara official in sucrose. Mm.
The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?"
Oh no. Oh no.
The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants.
Oh, this is dark. Oh, King Dobin. Oh, you have Sana's emotes. Ooh, very nice. Ah, the cheer, the Pikachu, in love. I don't like the balladeer from what I've seen. He just seems like a child throwing a tantrum. Yeah, that's kind of accurate. I only benched her because I want to get good with Farazan, as she is like the hardest person to use to me.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke.
Oh no. Oh no, the doctor's very evil. I think we're gonna get to kill him. I kind of hope we get to kill the doctor.
The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
No, if he knew that the heart was really of his friend, he probably would have kept it. Real sad.
So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Okay, guys, if we do not get to kill the doctor at some point, I'll be very mad. He needs to die. Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the writing Gokuden 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision. I mean, no, yeah, the balladeer is still also not a great person. He's kind of a bad person and he makes poor decisions.
Yes.
But he is,
Only
yeah.
if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dotori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
I feel like if I leave the domain, the story won't continue. Wait for a while. Okay. Plus, I mean, who doesn't want to use Hatsune Miku dressed in fancy clothing? Yeah, she does look like Hatsune Miku, doesn't she?
Hey, you alright?
No, he's not alright. Scaramouche.
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
This is a very long story, guys. I mean, we've also got off topic a little bit and been talking quite a bit. No, the Pokeball. No, you can't catch me.
Are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
I think he's going to be looking more into his stuff. Why we're here. I don't even think Hoyoverse denied the comparison. Oh. Well, at least they're honest.
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Still shorter than a time loop? That is fair.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep
Nope.
records on the
No, you can't
Descenders.
catch me.
Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
So, what about Aether? Is he in there?
Does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
I thought Nihita said Aether was in the tree. There was some information on him in the tree because he was not counted as the Descender. So what's going on? Not unexpected, but still thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Oh, really?
Huh? About what?
I enjoyed the time loop though, because Dia had a lot of tension. That's the only reason. Otherwise, sucks to do. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I guess it was kind of old, but I don't know. I thought it was an interesting aspect of the story. Um, Crying Adrie's chat the entire time loop. Yeah, it did get old after a while. It was probably a too many time loops, but like I don't know, it's still a good story. I liked it as a whole. Would I want to redo it? Not necessarily.
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
Finally, some shit about Aether. Like we were hoping for. Thea also has a story quest, so I'm looking forward to that. Ah, yes. I don't think I've unlocked that one yet. Or maybe I have. I have not done it though. Dea's story quest is wholesome. Really? Okay. I don't know when I'll get to that. Eventually, with Fontaine coming out, I'll probably work on the Archon quest and maybe do a character story every now and then in between to take a break from the Archon quest. It kind of depends on how much the Archon quest like sucks me in. Like how good is it? They need one for Rosaria and Beto. They need to just go through and make a character story for every single character, preferably 2. I love that quest. Totally not because I'm biased. Need one for Rosaria and Beto, but I'm just biased. Which element is Fontaine anyway? Hydro. Yep, Hydro. Water. And we're going to get to see justice. It is the element of justice.
Plus, he
Totally
only
won't
came
go
to
wrong.
this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Ayo, good news for me as a Dia player. Dia is gorgeous. Dia is gorgeous. She was very pretty. Oh, okay, so the heavens responded to the summoning. Oh, okay. Aether was summoned. Does that mean we were summoned too?
The heavens responded?
What is the heavens? When we get to the cryo area, I'm gonna cry. Lol.
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
Oh, okay. The Jester, another Fatui Harbinger. Why?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this.
Let's see. She had the prettiest face in Genshin for me with Candace second and Sarah third. Bad news is that you have to use a Fontaine character for exploring. What we do? Really? Oh. Huh. Why? Is it because of that new system that... Oh, yeah, the new system. Okay. Why? You'll get Lynette for free, though. Oh, we will? Okay. Cool. Who is Lynette? One of the magician twins, the female twin. It's Lenny and Lynette. Lenny is the male 5-star, and Lynette is the female 4-star, I believe. There's a new system in place in Fontaine that only works for Fontaine characters. Yeah, I do remember them talking about that in the, it's not called a live letter, but whatever, their special program. And I thought that was weird. Lynette is a waifu. Derry, I'll just skip Fontaine, I guess. Lynette is a 4-star and Nemo. We get her free on day 1. So it is a waifu. Okay, good. Yep, it is a waifu. I'm not really a fan of her Lynette's character design. I think it's just, it's okay. But there are some good waifus coming out with Fontaine. There is at least a good husbando in Fontaine with Leslie, whatever. So it's not like hard required, but if you like exploring doing puzzles, you'll need someone. Okay. I don't know what any new people look like. There's trailer, but you won't have to wait very long. In like a couple days, we'll get to see them all. Lenny and Lynette are twins, and then there's a younger sibling, Freminette. Yeah, I know Freminette is going to be on the banner with Zhongli, supposedly. I didn't like Freminette. I thought he looked lame. I only use waifus, so I don't need to care about the dudes.
Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh, what's he doing?
What have you done?
If that's the case, Rain, are we gonna finally get a new tall girl? I'm not sure actually. It's kind of hard to gauge their heights. Elon is gonna be there on day 1 as well. I have Elon already. There's 2, I believe, Chlorinde and Navia. I have all waifus except Hu Tao.
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
I have all waifus except Hu Tao because I skipped her for Dia. And judging by the trailer, Chlorinde is Electro Sword and Navio is Geo Claymore. Oh! There you go. Another female Geo character then. Sweet. Well, there will finally be 4. Okay, Scaramouche. What do you want to know? Okay, sure. We finally get another Claymore girl. Woo!
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
No. Can finally have a tall Claymore girl. Woot woot. Wait, why would you ask that? Because he wants to go change the past with Tatarasuna.
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
And it's not the same element as the others. Yeah, even better, right? Wait, that look. Did he see me hesitate? But that was because I know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. That wasn't really change in the past. That was a race in it. Also, the trailer pretty much confirmed that Iron, Sting, and White Blind are weapons from Fontaine. See, and it's Geos. That means she can make shields. Uh-oh, I think by not denying it. Oh, that went by quickly. I didn't click.
Out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Valdir, stop! Paimon, we have to stop him.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
No.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Oh, what's he gonna do?
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
That's not how it works.
Balladeer, don't do anything stupid!
Not how it works.
I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
How are you going to find him, Paimon? Is she pretty?
No.
I mean, all the Fontaine girls looked pretty decent. Except for Lenny.
Can you hear me?
Or not Lenny, Lynette. She is? Okay, someone else can confirm that. Cool.
Nihita!
You could always look her up if you want. Her name is Navia.
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
The Balladeer went rogue!
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
He's gone rogue. Navia and who's the other waifus from Fontaine?
Capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
You only care about tall, it's just Navia and Chlorinde for now.
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. Nihida.
There's an Archon as well, which I absolutely love, but she's not tall. No, I use all waifus. Okay, Rain wants to know what all the Fontaine waifus are.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it.
Including the tiny ones? Not the tiny ones. Rain doesn't use the chibis. I think there's only like, what, one chibi that was in the Fontaine trailer?
We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Because I think there's 5 females in total that were shown. Sounds about right. Not chibis, they don't count as waifus because they are kids. Yes, that is a very appropriate way to look at it. More to come as well. Don't. Okay, is this actually like a pause in point, or is this just like... No, more cutscenes.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
Well, that eliminates one person though. So four females, 4 waifus for Fontaine. Nihida is a kid to me. I don't care how old she is. That's fair.
This is an
That's an appropriate way to view
I
things.
have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
No, I want to help you. Isn't there anything I can do? Nahida is about to trap us in her room, guys.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
Let's see. There's Navia, Clorinde, Focalors, Archon, and Charlotte. If you did a previous event, you should know her. Oh yeah, Charlotte. And what are the levels as well? I need to know how much I need to get into it.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nihida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone.
Oh no,
I
Nihida.
can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Oh, he's going to destroy the world. Paimon doesn't remember Greater Lord Rikadavada, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. Jesus, this out is loud as fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes they're really loud. I'll skip the part about Greater Lord Rikadavada for now and focus on the Balladeer. Tell Paimon what the Balladeer asked you and what he might have been planning.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible.
It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah, great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do.
Oh wait, there's one more. I forgot. How did I forget this? Oh, Arlechinos. That makes 5 actual waifus.
Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history. Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress.
Basically the main bad person, a Fatui Harbinger. But we don't know if we'll actually get that Fatui Harbinger as a 5-star, right? That's not entirely confirmed, or has it been leaked already? I do need to start skipping, though, since I already have almost all the current ones, so I need to start going into picking only the ones I think look nice.
Erasing yourself from history?
I want her, I know her.
Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe. I'm just guessing here. She's literally like another Eula.
Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working.
It's not confirmed. Leaks are all over the place right now. Yeah, I do kind of wonder. I mean, like, we have Child as a 5-star, so he was a Harbinger, and we got the Balladeer, who used to be a Harbinger. But then, like, Signorias or Senorita or whatever heck her name is, Signoria. I don't know, the Harbinger that we killed, or I guess technically Raiden killed her. in Inazuma. Like, she didn't get to be a 5-star, which I was kind of thought was I thought that was kind of disappointing. I'm like, you guys could have made her a 5-star anyway. Who cares? People would have rolled for her. Like, there's already leaks about banners from 4.1 to 4.5, but all the leaks are very horrible and none of them match up aside for the 4.1 banners. Yeah, there's speculation.
Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Yes, they will, Paimon. You were spot on. Usually not into blondes, but Genshin has the most blonde waifus I've ever liked. I'm biased. I have blonde hair, so I like blonde. It kind of depends on like the rest of the design, though. Like I think Lumine's blonde hair goes really well with the rest of her design. But I've definitely seen blondes that I'm like, no. Indeed, if the Balladeer does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine what the situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the ride in Gokuden. Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. Will this mean that they'll disappear?
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
I've seen a total of one leak saying Arle Chino is coming to 4.3. The rest of them don't have Arle Chino in all their leaks, so I'm just confused. Gina and Lisa and Yomiya are good blondes.
Nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
I do like Jean.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here.
Navia will be the 5th blonde, I think. As I said, she was very mature looking. Okay, so that's nice. Though there's speculation that Madame Ping and Cloud Retainer will become playable characters. I'm desperately waiting to see if any leaks about those will come. That would be really cool, actually. I will be pleasantly surprised if that happens.
Munster grilled fish.
Okay, I'm gonna skip this.
Chicken chili chicken.
Nope, okay, I'm skipping this.
Also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls.
We don't need to listen to Paimon rattle off her favorite foods. Holy shit, this quest is long. I definitely don't approve of long-ass quest lines without breaks in between them. Like, it's good, but I kind of think this is a little bit of bullshit.
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking?
No.
Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation with the Balladeer that you started listing foods. Oh no. Oh no, he succeeded.
Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name though.
I think the main reason for that speculation is they designed the young or human versions of both of them, and them still being live means they could technically go back to that. Oh yeah, that's fair. Lynette looks very modern in comparison. Oh, hey, Okenzo Benzo Bean. Thank you for still being around. Love the emotes. Oh, Lumine's shocked face. Oh god, I love Lumine's shocked face. It's fantastic. Paimon doesn't remember the Balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off. But how did he have that ability? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Linny and Lynette are magicians, so they have to look the part. Charlotte looks like another Yanfei. Yeah, they're kind of similar. Charlotte is a reporter. If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma. Oh.
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Now's not the time to explain. Let's get over there first. Oh, thank God, it's a pausing point. That was such a long event. Okay. Yeah. I definitely was not planning to go past 3 hours today, and I definitely don't want to continue the main quest, because I'm afraid if I continue the main quest, I'm going to have another hour of cutscenes to get through. So this is where we shall be ending today. Oh yeah, let's finish reading the chat. Not gonna lie, I love her. She really seems to enjoy her job. Charlotte, yes, she does. I'm not a big fan of Charlotte's design, though. I think, I don't know, it's okay. I'm just not a huge fan of it. So, Rain, I might skip full colors. She is the Archon, but I'm not into her look. Yeah, I didn't really like her look either. Uh, I liked the chick that was in all yellow. I don't know which one that was, though. So, whoops. But, let's see.
You guys also need to do your quest. Oh yeah, because then we get the Magus.
Whoops. Oopsie. Okay, so this is, let's see, definitely one. Navia, you said Lynette is free. Maybe I'll go for Charlotte. We'll see. I will begin Juggly. I will not begin any, well, and with Leslie. Otherwise, I'll not begin in the characters. So I do thank you guys for being here and chatting with me as I play through the Genshin story. It does make it very much more enjoyable. So thank you guys for being here so much. So we're going to raid someone. Let's see. We're going to raid someone with significantly higher viewers than I have, and sure, hopefully they'll be fine. So let's go raid this person. They're doing a partner push, but they do a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I like watching them, and they're going right now. So let's go raid them, and I'd appreciate it if you guys would join and come along. And bye-bye. Oh, hey, Tamashi. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I always enjoy chatting here. You let me go on about waifus here. Ah, yes. Yes, I mean, it's Genshin. You have to talk about waifus. So time to raid, guys. Thank you. See you next time. Thank you very much.